Hi, my name's Darren. Welcome to my workshop, and this is 3D Prints in the Workshop number 13. And today we're going to be looking at chisel storage. All right, let's get cracking. So if you want to hang your chisels up, for example, we've got this little 3D printed clip by Broderick. It's called the Irwin Marples wall mount, and it really does work well for Irwin Marples chisels, or at least my old Marples chisels before the Irwin days, because it's exactly the right sort of conical shape on the inside of the clip to be able to just support the Marples chisel nicely. So yeah, that's well supported. I like that. All right, this one's called a Chisel Holder by Lucho Carrero. Sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. All the correct spelling will be in the links below. That one's a 4 chisel rack, screw holes on the back, screws to the wall or whatever. It doesn't work so well with the Narex chisel, but does work well with the Stanley, my little unnamed pattern making chisel, and even the Marples all sit in there nicely. So maybe that's a nice little rack you could hang your chisels from. But I don't want to hang my chisels, I want to lie them down in a drawer. That chisel is longer than the print bed on my 3D printer. So printing a one-piece rack for all my chisels is just out of the question. It wouldn't fit. So I've done it in pieces in its most basic form. We've got a base and a tip cap. So the base of your chisel fits in the handle area and the tip is protected by the top. It stops your chisel sliding around in the drawer or wherever it is you've put it, and stops other tools from bashing the tip. Keeps it nice and safe. So as you can see, something like that is very easy to use because depending on the size of your chisels, you can just adjust the difference here, and it holds 5 chisels. Furthermore, we slide that over, we can add additional pieces. So we can add, for example, we've got a little lip here. Where are we? Got a little lip here which sits on the lip there and extends us out even further. So now we can hold 10 chisels. And if you're a bit worried that that's not enough support, we've got middle pieces as well. So we've got an extra handle. Let me just bring that back up. Okay, so if you wanted extra support in there and not just the tops and bottom pieces, we've got these pieces that fit down near the handles, and these ones that go up near the blades, just to extend the usefulness of the whole system. So now, for example, if you butt them together, you've got a larger area, or you could in fact just move them like so for greater support. You do want to leave an area here for grabbing your chisels, of course. Alright, so that's the modular approach. The downside of the modular approach here, as you can see, is if I now try to add a small chisel at the end, it just doesn't work. So that's why instead of going modular, I've gone tailor-made. So this is a somewhat more tailor-made solution. It's made specifically for these chisels. If you were to buy yourself a set of Narex chisels, set of 4, then this would be ideal. So these are going to go mount in my drawer now. This rack holds a set of 6, if I'm going to pronounce this right, Fail carving chisels. I know that Fail make different size chisels, different length chisels, because I have others as well, which we'll get to. So these specifically are the 200mm ones, or 20 centimetre long ones. So if you've got a set of 20 centimetre long Fail chisels, that'll fit nicely. Hold the chisels nicely and protect the tips. This one here looks a bit more like a pencil tray, but that one's for these sorts of Japanese chisels. This little set of Japanese carving chisels. So it's considerably narrower than the original box, which will up my storage space in the drawer and hold them a bit better, because at the moment they can rattle around a bit. I've made the bottom elliptical, so when I want one of these, all I have to do is push it and it'll turn and come out, which is nice and easy. I've also put finger holes at the side. So yeah, that one's the Japanese carving chisel tray. So here's my chisel drawer all laid out with its chisels in it now. As you can see, I had a large area here that wasn't really utilised, but I've got a cold chisel and a little block for sharpening gouges that I can keep in there. That's quite handy. And over here I have my little Veritas corner chisel, which if you haven't seen one of these are really great. They're for squaring off corners after you've, say, routed something out or used a drill. Pop this down on the edge where you want your corner, slide this in, give it a little tap with a hammer or a mallet, and it squares off your corner very nicely. It works well, works very well. But the best thing about having all my chisels in one drawer like this now, normally I would open the drawer and just reach for one of these chisels here, because that was pretty much the collection. But now I open the drawer and think, maybe I'd be better off with a skew chisel. Maybe not, but it's all there. So you open the drawer and everything's laid out in front of you and you can pick whatever you want. All the ends of the chisels are protected, so even if this cold chisel slides around, it's not going to blunten the ends of the chisels. Everything's where you expect it and in order every time, so you can just grab the chisel from where you want it every time. I'm really happy with it. I think it's come out well. So I'll make all of these available on Thingiverse, as well as the universal one we saw earlier. Okay, that brings us to the end of another one. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye for now.